Well, today we're not looking at the front of the Landy, we're going round the back, all the way to the back, past the tray, which is rusty, and we're going to look at replacing the lights. My nice new shiny lights have arrived, some nice LED lights to look like the originals, so I'm going to be spending the next day or so sorting out this end of the vehicle. So what I got is some really manky things, and the indicator on the other side just fell to bits before I bought it. Anyway, I've disconnected the wiring off the back. I've actually just cut them off and labelled them up. Reversing light, tail lights, and that'll be the indicator. Done the same on both sides, which is an easy job. But what we have is quite a bit of corrosion and a split. Let's come around into the sunny side, see if you can see it there. There's a split. This has been hit on the back corner and it's split it under the bar. Both sides are the same. And the other thing we have, which come inside here, is this metal plate. The lights actually fit on there. So if I just take you around to the other side and show you where we are. So here we are on the other side of the van. You can see it's quite scabby. The metal work is scabby, so I'm going to get my wire brush on my angle grinder, swap that worn out cutting disc and give that a good clean up. And again, this side's got a crack. I'll just get my MIG welder out and zap it up. The lights themselves are the same size as these holes, so they'll just fall through. And what there was this plate just sitting in the back here, whatever way round it was, that way round I think. Oh, I'll work it out, it was that way round. And then the lights fit onto that. So what I'm going to do is, instead of the silly bolts that were just holding the lights in, is what held this in place. I shall actually, whilst welding this up, I'll just weld it on back. A few little welds. And again, wiring on this side. Tail lights, reversing light and indicator. I'm also battling the dreaded redback spiders. They keep building webs on here. I've only had it a few days, but already had some big monsters. Out comes the Mortine and gets rid of them. I've got one hiding under the front wheel at the minute as it's dying slowly. Don't want it biting me particularly. And that's where we are at the minute with this. I'll just go indoors and show you the lights that we got. While we're out here, I've got my nice new bump stops on the bonnet for my spare wheel, waiting for the brackets to arrive that go on the bars here. A couple of little dogs or whatever you want to call them, just to mount on there. And here's the LED light set which we're going to fit. We've got the indicators. I've had a few out and messing around with them. Nicely done. Just trim the ends off the wires, cut the plugs off. And if I can try and do this one-handed, this being the tail and stop lights. Oh. It's quite dazzling, very bright in comparison to what there was on it, but the advantage are with the profile and everything else, it'll look quite stock. We know it's not exactly stock, but I like the original look of the original lights, which is why I'm going for those. Fog light, which I'm not going to be fitting because we haven't got fog lights out here. Just got two reversing lights. I have my new brake cylinders and my brake shoes to go in. Yeah, so we're slowly getting there. So here's the reversing light. It's a bit bigger. Not again, it's nice and bright. The other two indicator and tail light and the LED number plate light. Got to see kangaroos out here in the dark. So today what I've done is repair the back panel. clean it all up and give it a spray. It's still pitted, but there's not a lot I can do with that. I'm not going to put filler on it and give it a skim. It is just the back of the tray, and what I've done is, you can see there, the metal plate is in position with just a few spot welds, just tacks, you know, just run along there to hold it in place. The thing I really love about my welder is the fact that it gives me the opportunity to practice my grinding. I'm getting quite good with the grinder, and this side is also ready. The fact that the holes aren't quite in the centre doesn't really matter. That was the spacing that was on it, because the lights will actually fit through and screw to new holes that I've got to drill on the plate. So that is where I've got to today. But whilst doing all that in between other jobs, I've actually, wind again, is fitted the LED side and indicator lights. Quite good. Designed to represent the original style of lighting, and I think they look quite nice. Well, I now have my lights on the back, on this side at least. Haven't done the other side yet. I like how they look, although I'm still not overly keen on the reversing light, but that's what comes with the sets, and that's how they look. So yeah, some people might think I'm going overkill if I show you what I'm doing on the inside. If I just get into position here, I have a plastic waterproof box used for electric systems, and I'm going to mount all my terminals and plugs and sockets, etc., all in there, and give it a bit more protection from the weather than it would do just dangling around, because I will no doubt be going on the beach from time to time, so the salt water and sand and that I would like to keep off the electrics as much as possible. But that's today's job.